Hello, welcome to your mini desk workout. So today I'm going to show you 3 exercises you can do training to your entire body. So one for your upper body, one for your core, and one for your lower body. And I would love if you did this 1 to 2 times a day. All you need is a band. If you don't have a band, don't worry. Do it without a band. Totally fine. But these are great because you can just store them in your desk drawer so they're there when you need them. So just start with a little bit of a rotation through your breastbone, so your hips are staying still, your core is engaged, just small to warm up your spine and your entire sort of upper body, and then just do a couple shoulder rolls. And then you're going to grab your band and we'll get started. So you're going to have your arms out and you're going to start with a protraction and a retraction. So when you retract, you crack a walnut with your shoulder blades, and then when you protract, you push forward with your armpit muscles without arching your lower back, okay? So core is nice and engaged. Once you feel like you know how to do the protraction, retraction, then you do your bow and arrows. So one arm, your left arm is gonna retract and pull, and the right pushes, and then you switch. So nice and controlled, don't let the band kind of snap you. Think about your upper back and your core, and think about your pelvis staying nice and stable. I'm gonna show you from this side. So you really wanna watch that when you do this, you're not arching your back, you're in like a little mini plank position, a seated plank, and you're pulling with your upper back. Okay, so push with your upper back, or pull with your upper back and push with your armpit. Okay, so once you've done about 10 to 20 of those, and make sure you're always facing forward, I'm just turning so I can see you, then you would ditch the band and you're gonna move into your core. So the first thing you're gonna do is a round back. So you're gonna think about your 2 hip bones in the front, you're gonna scoop them up so they come to your ribs. You're gonna think about your pelvic floor, your lower abdominals, like you're zipping up your low abs, pulling them wide like taffy to your hip bones. And then you slowly come back up, always with control. And you're not warmed up, so it's like, 2 or 3 out of 10. It's not intense, it's just to get the muscles sort of firing throughout the day. Okay, so hip bones to ribs, scoop. Now the next one is a flat back. This one's harder for most of us, especially us women, because we tend to be a little bit more lordotic. So the main thing with this is don't move through your spine, hinge at your hips. So you knit the ribs, you get the core, that belly button spine, the pulling wide to your hip bones, and then you hinge back. Again, you're facing forward. I'm just turning so I can see you. Okay, so none of this. If you feel an excessive strain in your lower back or mid back, you're doing too much of it from here. Right, you're gonna knit the ribs, keep them knit, and then you hinge. Okay, starting from the front, feet are hip distance apart. The first one, the round back, you're sort of tucking, and the second one, the flat back, it's a hinge. Make sure you take your head with you. Okay, so lastly, we're gonna do a sit to stand. Feet are hip distance apart. Don't let your knees cave in. Don't let them go out. You're gonna engage your bum. You're gonna engage your core, and with as little momentum as possible, you're gonna stand up. And you could go get some water, you could go get some steps, or you could do a couple more sit to stands. Make sure that you don't plonk down. You're really trying to use your bum and your core and everything to really control on the way down. Okay, so it's bum, it's core, it's shoulders back, and then you stand, and then you either do 2 to 5 more, or you go about your business and you get some steps. Make sure you're hydrating and try to take as many frequent breaks throughout the day as possible. Enjoy.